Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor, back with another episode of that Rick Taylor podcast. And you already know what today is, man. It's Freestyle Friday, man. Yeah, the best day of the week for sure. It's when some of y'all favorite artists come up here and bring the bars and spit. And you know what I'm saying? This is a platform welcome to everybody, whether you're a rapper, singer, a poet or whatever. This is the platform for you for sure. And I'm sitting here with a special guest today, my boy Emmitt James. What's going on, man?
Yo. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. Welcome to the podcast, first and foremost. And, I just appreciate you for, coming up here. I appreciate you coming up here, to bring the bars. And then, it's just a pleasure to have like different artists of all kinds come up here and spit, bring them bars to tell their story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you came on the best day too, so but before we get to the bars, let the people know a little bit more about you and who you is and what you do.
So I'm Emmitt James, multi-hyphenate. I wear multiple hats, mostly hip-hop, jazz artist. So whenever I play live, I'm usually doing the full band thing.
Dope.
Started off as a poet with Stillwater's Collective with Dasha Kelly and stuff like that. And then so started off with poetry, then went into rap. And the last 10 years or so that has also morphed into event planning, event producing, filmmaking, but all out of necessity. It's like I couldn't find someone to do it, or I don't got the money to do it, so I got to do it myself with my friends. And but yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You wear a lot of hats, man. That's so dope, man. And I've been following you, man. I was seeing your creativity and how you take your artistry serious and stuff like that. Let me ask you, like, what got you into doing poetry at first?
So I tell the story a lot. Her name is Tamara Lynn DeLees. It was this a good friend of mine, but she was this Puerto Rican girl that I met in high school at Reagan High School. I had like this huge crush on her, but she was dating a homie at the time. He wasn't really treating her right, so I wrote my very first poem about her, and then I wrote my next like 9 poems about her. And it didn't work, but then that morphed into me going to poetry slams, and then I started to compete and then met more poetry homies and stuff like that. But it's funny because Tamara still has these poems too. I think she got them like laminated, so she has like this binder with the poems. I gotta hit her up to be like, because I need to see the originals.
Right,
but I wrote all these poems about her, and that's how it started. So it started with a crush on her, and then I started writing about more serious topics, like what's going on in politics and the hood and stuff like that. So.
Let me ask you, man, like what was your homie thoughts when you were writing the poems? Did he know you wrote the poems? Or?
So this was so long ago, but I don't think I was trying to like get with her while they were actively together. They was like off and on. And so it would kind of just be like, hey, like, you don't even look happy. Right. He kind of, cheating on you, doing all that. I was dirty macking for sure.
Yeah. Did y'all fall out behind that?
It's funny because, like, I don't know if we was like homies, but like we knew each other.
Okay,
and
that's different.
So, but we was cool. But I mean, I definitely liked her more than anything that we had going on.
Right.
Me and him. So, but yeah.
Right. That's dope, man. It's crazy how how your journey starts. You never know how it starts and stuff like that. Just from you writing those poems to that girl, it created something, and you sparked something in you like to the point where you just wanted to do it all the time, and you had a passion for doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how do you prepare for like poetry slams and stuff? Like, because I know, being an artist myself at a point in time, rapping and poetry is similar, but it's different.
No, yeah, I like to call them like first cousins.
Yeah.
What poetry is to rap is what like Milwaukee probably is to Chicago.
Facts.
So it's like they different, very different in some ways, but pretty similar in some. So with the poetry slam, what's different is like it got rules. So like your standard rules are, first of all, the judges are randomly selected in the crowd. You go to a poetry slam, they pick 5 judges, and they try to find 5 non-biased judges. So they're like, do you know any of these artists? It's very rare that somebody doesn't know anyone. So like sometimes it's hard to find a way around that. But judges are randomly selected. They can score you from 0 to 10. So 0 being, I thought that was whack. Yeah. 10 being, this is the best thing I ever heard. So it's 5 judges. And then what they normally do is after you do your poem, you got 3 minutes, 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the grace period. You go over that 30-second grace period. Then you start getting docked. Yeah. And then they take your highest and your lowest score out. And then they average the 3 numbers. Oh, okay. That's pretty dope. And then they have like a sacrificial poet. So somebody who goes up, they get scored, but they're not a part of the slam. It's kind of just to warm the judges up. So it's like, as a judge, if you were judging and you gave somebody an 8.5 as a sacrificial poet, that's supposed to be your bar. All right, I thought this was an 8.5, so anything less that I think is not as good as this, I should score lower. Anything that I think is actually better than this, I should. So it's kind of to remind you. And then throughout the night, what normally happens, the judges get like 10 happy. They just start handing out 10s, and so they try to remind you, hey, even write down the number you gave the sacrificial poet and use that as your bar for how you judge people. Yeah. So it's very fun. It's been fun. Yeah. Through that, me and pretty much my brother Genesis Renji, shout out Genesis. Shout out Jen. We was on the slam team, I think 2010, and we competed at Brave New Voices, which is I think it's put on by Russell Simmons, and so you have all these poets from all around the world coming together, and we was on the like Wisconsin Madison team. So I did that twice, but you compete locally for it just so you can make it on the Wisconsin team. So I used to be pretty serious in the poetry, and so that just naturally transitioned into the music. But that would be the differences.
Okay. Man, that's so dope, man, to hear, man, poems, man, poetries. Poets. Excuse me.
You ever been to a slam?
I haven't. My girl, my fiance, she loves poetry, and she used to.
Yeah, you gotta fix that.
Yeah,
my fiance.
Yeah, my fiance. Yeah, I had to fix that.
February 24th. I don't know what you got going on. I'm actually gonna be in a slam. It's called Talk Your Talk. And it's gonna be dope. The winner gets like 500. Second place gets like 150. Third place anyway. So sometimes I like to jump in just to see if I still got it, or see how rusty I am. So
right, okay. Well, I'm at the slide, man. I'm gonna bring the lady, man. Yeah. So you're gonna enjoy it. Now, 2 more questions before you get to the rap, man. Let me ask you, like, what do you have? Or no, let me ask you this: what got you into doing, like, becoming a rapper?
It started in high school. So in Reagan High School, shout out my 2 music teachers. I had a few of them, but the more prominent ones is Mr. Murphy and Miss Breitbarth. Miss Breitbarth was more on the choir choral end, and then Mr. Murphy was more so on the music theory end, but both together really supported me and my homies like Jen and some other folks. And so they saw we had an interest in recording music. And so they kind of made this like pseudo studio at the high school. And so after school every day, we would record and make mixtapes and stuff. We was there for so long after school that they had to start like, kicking us out, being like, hey, after 6, y'all got to go home. Right. And so we learned how to record ourselves using the older program called Mixcraft.
I remember that.
And so we was recording over Johnny Giuliano beats.
I remember that time. Johnny Giuliano.
So what an era. It started with that. And my first mixtape I made my junior year in high school. It was called Broke But Not Broke, and it had poetry and rap on it.
That's dope.
And I think that's the only project that is like half poetry, half, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how it started. I still was not good then. I mean, I was probably good for what I was doing, but it wasn't until I went to college and I started paying for studio time, paying for beats. Back then, I was recording with Pizzle.
Shout out Pizzle.
Dope, incredible rapper, but also was like a lot of people's engineer too. Yeah. So then I started recording with him, paying him for studio time, and then from there, the rest is pretty much, 10-year journey.
There we go, man. Emmitt James, man. it's dope to see that progress, you know what I'm saying, in your journey, you know, from poet to rapper, and you still a poet at the same time. I'm like, I like to just say like a poet, a lyricist.
Yeah.
Just put it like that, an artist, you know, because it's art. And if we get to hear what we gonna bring. My final question is, let the people know, like, what do you have going on right now, and also let them know where they can find you at.
I play a lot. I do music full time now on a very independent level. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be ups and downs, months. But I play a lot of music. So the next thing I got going on is a live show at the VAR Gallery, February 10th, celebrating my 31st birthday. And on thing with that, ticket to be $31. Only 31 people could be there. I'm gonna be playing with a live band. We're going to have walking tacos there, you know, the Doritos with the ground beef in the bag, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. And then I got a new single coming out called Real Love, coming out February 2nd. Those are the two most prominent things, or things that's at the forefront of my mind that I would promote. I don't know when this is dropping, but yeah.
Where they can find you at?
Oh, Instagram is probably the best place. Emmitt at EMMITT _ I believe _ James JAMES. Then from there you'll be able to access the site, the merch, the shows, and because I'm there heavily. So yeah, a
lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Grinding, working for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap into that. You ready to give them bars?
Yeah.
Man, you already know what time it is. Without further ado, I'm going to let my boy do what he came to do. Let's get it, man.
Check. I rescheduled on you a couple times, so I owe you this.
All right.
A nigga in his 30s and he trying to live better now. When in doubt, I'm well endowed, I'm good on the hate. Just know you swinging for my genitals. Before you scrunch face, maybe you should hear me out. I'm pure genius, I'm poor zingus, meaning I stand tall on what I believe in. Fact check, he like 7'3"-ish. He might be like 7'2" or something.
Yeah, about
I don't know.
Around
Just know I'm DIY till I DIE, and that's the motto, full throttle till I BIG, and go anywhere I want and don't need ID. Until then, it's a new album every spring. I ain't gonna lie, my work ethic kinda crazy. A nigga been grinding like he finna have a baby. It's all small potatoes if it don't come with gravy. You from where I'm from, so you probably want it's kinda hard being vegan, trying to make ends meet. I got family that I'm close to, but we still don't speak. Ain't been the same since granny died, that's the real motif. And I'm just trying to keep mine clean. Y'all catch it later. I'm oil pulling, mouthwash could do me no favors. But trust, I know the privilege don't want me here. I pass on the caviar, but I'm still a cavalier. I know dental care ain't cheap, but a nigga like me still fluoride free. I know dental care ain't cheap, but a nigga like me still... I'm too play to y'all, boy. I am 30 plus. Either way it go, I'm my father's son. Chat. We're gonna do this right.
Go ahead.
I said I'm too grown to play with y'all. Boy, I am 30 plus. All I know is work. If nothing else, I'm my father's son. Ask Erica. I'm locked and loaded like mama's gun. I'm not who you thought you was, and you not who you thought you was. To simply put, when I cook, it's not Whole Foods, it's my whole foot. Look, okay, don't look. Simmer down. If Granny can hear me now, I send a kiss to the clouds. I'm chef's kiss. Gotta do it right. If nothing else, it's my death wish, or really my birthright. Sometimes I get so mad, it's almost like I don't know Christ, or like I left the stove on and now we gon' burn rice. Wait, that boy cooking again. Elite M trust, ain't no more rookie in him. A stay-at-home rapper, now I play hooky with stems, and we are not the same. Please don't try to book me with them. Check.
You could give us some more.
Check. I fucked up, so I gotta give him some more.
Give us some more, man.
Check.
Talk your shit.
These days I'm focused on me, and that's refreshing. Nobody love me like I love me, and knowing that's the blessing. I commend reflection. To know oneself is elite connection with the Most High, with no interceptions or no interjections. You gotta do what's right for you, no exceptions, and I respect it. I'm trying to keep my granny honor and her name alive. When all you got is your word, you ain't gotta write them down. And that's just how I carry it. Past traumas buried them, and now I dig them up to find the origin and narrative. I'm trying to leave a legacy for my sister kids' inheritance.
Yeah.
If it ain't involved that, then it really ain't imperative. They say that marriage is. I used to think the same when me and Shorty shared the crib, and now I give no fucks, cause I am not a surrogate. Okay, you know I hate to be brash, all I know is work. I'm a duplicate of my dad, but in the best ways. I ain't trying to stay in the past. Still focused, gotta stay in the path. If nothing else, I'm always in my bag. I might got a little more.
Hey.
Check.
Y'all gotta come rap now, for real.
Check. It don't even bap if the shit don't boom to me. I don't need a stage when my gifts make room for me. People gon' hate, that ain't nothing new with me. You gotta deal with it, it's nothing they could do with me. They ask how much for a show, I tell them 250 times 250. Now add a few more, cause I brought the crew with me.
Yeah.
Now you know I'm a cook 'em, I'm from Bruce City.
Yeah.
30 might be a blessing, I'm in no hurry. I was saying that before I turned 30. The boy hit the scene, now they in the scurry. I can see it in their eyes, man, them boys worry. Wrist game proper, Curry game better. Can't wait for me to quit, cause I'll never let up. Brother keep an arm, and I always had a leg up and a foot on their neck to make sure they respect us. You don't know why if I never make it, I feel I run already. You don't know my fam on my back, and the weight is heavy. You don't know why my brother on the run, but still keep a heater. I'm a champion and don't care to put you on game neither. You don't know my mama did dope, but she conquered that. Now her son music is dope. That's why they bumping it. My pop used to drink so much they could have sponsored him. And guess what I did? I just bottled it. Look, fam, you don't know me at all. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. I used to live in it. I would never say that I'm God, but I'm a mere image. You don't know Jamaican Trust. You don't know the real Emmitt. You don't know why I'm thankful. You don't know why I'm grateful. Thank God for my niece, cause she truly an angel. On the block playing cans back when we didn't have cable. And I still ain't complain, cause I know that he's able. And that's how I'm living now. Some people ask me why I move. I guess I just figured out. When the figures going up, expenses is going down. We can't do the decimals. These days we got around. I'm talking whole numbers. Try to jit me, I'ma treat you like you stole something. I don't want to politic with folk who don't love me. I'm still cooking, so trust me, I need the whole onion. Now that's the whole onion.